Today we're going to be making super cute and adorable Halloween cupcakes. We're going to be making 4 different decoration types, and I love Halloween. So let's get started. What you're going to need: 2 dots, 190 grams of all-purpose flour, 120 grams of caster sugar, half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 40 grams of cocoa powder, 40 ml of sunflower oil, 1.5 teaspoons of white vinegar, and half of this vanilla extract. The other half we will use for the cheesecake filling. For the cheesecake filling, you will also need 140 grams of cream cheese, 60 grams of caster sugar, 1 egg, 100 grams of chocolate chips, and for your cream cheese frosting, you're going to need 125 grams of cream cheese, 50 grams of butter, and 300 grams of icing sugar. And to decorate, you'll need these little marshmallows. Start by preheating your oven to 170 degrees Celsius. In your kitchen robot or in a large bowl using an electric hand mixer, you're gonna put your flour, your sugar, your cocoa powder, and your bicarbonate of soda. And you're gonna give it a good little mix. In a bowl, you're gonna place your oil, vinegar, and 125 ml of water, and add half of our vanilla essence. If I can get this open. And just using a little whisk, we're gonna mix that together. Now, as the mixer is running with our flour and dry ingredient combination, we're gonna slowly pour in the liquids. And as the mixture starts to thicken, we're gonna increase the speed of the mixer. Ooh, mixer. Getting confused. Okay. So now that our mixture has come together, and have no fear, it looks like too compact and not liquid enough for being a cupcake, but don't forget we still have to add the cream cheese, like cheesecake filling part. So have no fear, just go with it. You're gonna take your spoon, and I've used different Halloweeny. So this one has bats. This one has like pumpkins, and these are for the witch, and I'm still not sure which ones I'm gonna use. Either these or these. I will decide later. So I'm making 12, but I'm only gonna decorate 8. So, oh, this is not gonna go in very straight. So we're gonna fill these cupcakes up to about 2/3 of the casing. You see it's quite thick, but that's okay. So now we're gonna set these aside and focus on our cheesecake filling. Yum yum. So you're gonna take your kitchen robot once again, or a bowl with a freestanding mixer, and you're gonna put inside your cream cheese, your sugar, the egg, and the half vanilla that we used before. And we're just gonna mix this on medium-high speed for a good 2 to 3 minutes until it's nice and fluffy and light and happy. So once your mixture has come together, and don't worry, it's gonna look quite liquid, but this will counter the thickness of the chocolate mixture. So it's gonna become delicious. And please try and refrain from eating the entire thing because it is so good. I have just eaten like 4 tablespoons minimum. So anyway, we're gonna add our chocolate chips inside, and we're gonna mix by hand. Make sure they spread out evenly in this deliciousness. Yum. Okay. And now We have to taste it, make sure it's edible. We're gonna take our cases and we're gonna spoon about 1 tablespoon on top of our cupcakes, just like that. Okay, so if you've managed not to eat the whole thing and actually put some on your cupcakes, they will look like this. And you're gonna bake these for 20 minutes in the preheated oven. So I've taken my cupcakes out of the oven and they look super yummy. There they are. And while those are cooling, we're gonna make our little spooky decorations. They're not that spooky, but anyway. So to start off, we're gonna make the witch's hat. And just take a ball of black fondant and I'm gonna cut this into 2 for my 2 hats. So make a ball, just like that. And then you're gonna wanna like keep the bottom flat, flatten it out, and in the meantime, make like a triangle with the top part, just like that. Make sure the bottom is quite flat so it's the bottom of the hat. And it's just gonna make like a cone shape. And at the top, we're gonna go thin. And you can keep this straight, or you can at the end make it like a little tippled over like that. There, that was pretty simple. Now we're gonna make the little buckle on the hat. To make our little hat buckle, you're gonna take some green fondant and roll it out into a thin strip. And then you're gonna take a little cutter and trying to go as straight as you can, you're going to cut a little strip. Just like that. Okay. So now we're gonna take our little strip and wrap it around our hat. And you're not gonna need any water for this to adhere, as it is soft anyway. And we can use the same strip for both. And now just to hide the seam over here, we're gonna make a little buckle. So we're just gonna take a little piece of white and always make a little ball. And we're gonna flatten that out. You only need a very little piece. And we're gonna cut a little strip again. And now we're gonna cut that into a little square. Just like that. So now we're gonna take our little square and stuck to my finger, and we're gonna place it on top. There. Yay! So now we can move on to making the witch's leg, where the cupcake is gonna be like toppled over and it's gonna look like the witch is being crushed by the cupcake. It will make more sense once you see it, I promise. So to make the witch's legs, I've made 12 green balls and then kind of splattered them down, a bit like hockey discs, and 12 black ones. And now I'm gonna take 2, and this is really simple, and you're just gonna put them together. And then to make the foot, we're gonna take a piece of black fondant and make a little ball. As per usual, that is way too big. And then you're going to make it into like a little snake and put it up a little bit and square that off so that we can stick it. And you can make it into the shape, more or less, of a little foot. There. Yay! And now we need to make 3 more. So I've made all of my legs, and I have used a little bit of water, just a little pinch with the black, because the black was much harder than the green. So just to make sure it's gonna stick. And I have also added a little green dot on the buckle here. Just, I don't know exactly why, but I just think it made it look a little cuter. So now on to the ghosts. So to make our ghost, you're gonna take a marshmallow, and I already started cutting it, but you just need to cut the little edges off so that it becomes more like a cone on the top. Just like that. And this is our little cupcake, by the way. So cute. You're gonna take your white into a little bowl, as per usual. And we are going to roll this out. You don't want it to be too thin. Well, or too thick, really. Okay, and this is a bit big, so I'm just gonna use my little cutter and approximately cut that out. And now you're gonna place your marshmallow over the cupcake, and you're gonna take your little ghost sheet and just drape it over. And you can pinch a bit the little edges to make it look a bit, oh no, to make it look a little more like a ghost. And then you can take your liquid black color. You can use a pen for this also if you prefer. And choose your side. I like this side better. And you're just gonna draw 2 little dots. I'm just gonna draw the eyes. Oh my god, it's so cute! Ooh, spooky! So to make the mummies, roll out a piece of black fondant, and using a cookie cutter that is substantially smaller, so like this, because don't forget we're gonna have our icing on top of our cupcake, and then we're gonna place the mummy. So take a little cookie cutter and cut the black fondant out. So to make the mummy, you're gonna roll out a piece of white fondant, just like that. And then using your cutter, you're gonna cut some strips. Okay. And then you're gonna take your strip and place it on top of the black, just like that. And then we're actually going to rip it off where the cookie end, like the circle ends. It's just sticky now. It's been out for a bit too long. And we're just gonna keep going like that, kind of overlapping them so it looks like it's mummified. And now we're gonna start from the top, moving downwards. Just like that, and we're still gonna keep cutting. Okay, so once you get to this point, we're going to take 2 little white dots, because we're gonna make the eyes. So just make 2 little balls out of white. And we're gonna stick them inside. Just like that. And now you can make him more zombie looking if you put like green pupils, or you can make him normal looking if you just put black pupils. So that's up to you. So here it is, I've made one of them, and now I'm gonna make my second. Okay, so now that we've made our Halloween decorations that I'm quite proud of, we can move on to the icing. So in a mixer, you're gonna put your cream cheese and your butter, and you are going to mix this. Next, Next, you're gonna add in your icing sugar, 150 grams at a time. So I've placed some of my cream cheese frosting in a cup. And look what a cute cup I have. And now I'm going to add some orange food coloring to the rest of the icing and mix well. So I have put my orange icing into a bag, and I'm just gonna pop these in the fridge for about 5 minutes because they are very soft. So I need them to stiffen up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to use the white icing and I'm just gonna spread it over these cupcakes. And I'm gonna make only 2 of them white, which are for the mummies. Okay, and now I'm gonna take my little mummy faces and lock them up. So cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my orange icing I like to always use a little container to put it in the bag as it's easier. And I'm gonna ice these big ones first. And these are gonna be for the witch's legs. So they're actually just gonna be splattered on the plate. Oh, we had a little leakage over here. I think my icing is still a little soft because I have the heating on in the house. And I think it's just a bit too warm. All right, so we need to work quickly because I need to put them back into the fridge. So I'm gonna put these on here, just like that. And now I will firstly put the little legs of the witch, as I prefer. And then I'm literally just gonna tip this over and splat it. So, ready? Just like that. Like it fell. And I'm gonna do the same with the other one. There we go. And I'm gonna place these immediately into the fridge to solidify. So here they are, my little Halloween cupcakes. And I think they're really cute. We have the little mummies and the little ghost and the witch's hat and the little witch that, well, something fell on top of them. I'm really happy. And Halloween is one of my favorite parties. Well, it's not a party, it's more of like, I don't know, a special occasion. Probably just because my birthday's a few days after that. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like me to make in my future videos, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!